2025 Sun Conference Women's Lacrosse uh, Media Day. Suncast covering the Sun Conference is excited to host the inaugural Sun Lacrosse Media Day. I'm your host, Reagan Harrell. We now welcome on St. Thomas Coach Kenwyn Simpson and Ceinwen Simpson, my apologies,
All good.
and sophomore attacker Paige Peters. Coach Paige, how's it going today?
So far, so good. It's a beautiful day in South Florida.
Doing well, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Coach, this starting off, talk to us about Paige, what she means to your program on the field, leading the attack for Bobcat Lacrosse, as well as a leader off the field for you.
She's well, you really just said it. She's a natural leader. She's a sophomore. They voted her captain last year, so she earned the respect of her teammates. She went through the interview process and is now also a resident advisor on campus. So she's not just a leader with our team, but throughout campus as well. So a lot of people look up to her, go to her, rely on her. Not to mention she's also a STEM girly, so lots of bio and science and everything. So on, off the field, in the classroom, she's definitely the character and type of person that we want everybody to, look up to and follow.
Love that. Well, Paige, let's get to know you a little bit better. Tell us about your lacrosse journey. What made you want to pick up a stick in the first place, and how it led you to St. Thomas?
Well, actually, my dad played in college and high school as well, and my younger brother plays as well, so we kind of have a huge lacrosse family. My younger brother is starting his senior year as a captain as well, so leadership definitely runs in our family.
Right.
I've also coached and refed in my area for youth ages for years now. But growing up in Tampa, like locally, there aren't really many like established clubs. So I've kind of been like building programs and building foundations for these my entire life. And so right when it was time for me to be recruited, I found out that a program was being established in my state, and I immediately messaged coach and I was like, I've been doing this my entire life. I need to come to you and build this program. This is what I do. Like, I need to come here.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a perfect match. Coach, talk to us about this year's group as you enter year three and the culture that you and Paige and the rest of these players have helped build. And what are your expectations heading into 2025 on continuing building on that?
I'm going to kind of explain it the same way when I talk to recruits about coming here. It's ex what you said is exactly what it's about. It's about the culture and environment that we're creating and that we're welcoming people into. And when we find that we have the right culture going on with the right group of people, the lacrosse just kind of follows along with it. So there's mutual respect across the board. They have fun together. They're always out doing stuff. When I first started, it was one of those things where I thought maybe too much time with each other was a thing. And these past 3 years, I've really discovered that the more time they spend together, the better. And there hasn't been a such thing as too much time. They live together now. They're all in the same hall. Practice every I mentioned something about having lunch in the calf, and all of a sudden they just all show up. So they all just really enjoy spending time together, which is what creates the chemistry that's needed on the field when it's time to get down to business.
Paige, talk to us about th this team's culture. I know you're excited to get back out there and playing with them, but what are y'all doing around campus? We talked before we started recording. There are a lot of elite teams on campus for y'all to go watch. I mean, between football, volleyball, in the fall, many other sports there in Miami Gardens. Just things y'all do on campus or just around Miami Gardens for team bonding.
Yeah, so we actually really do have a pretty small school. And so because of that, we all like kind of integrate with the other sports teams. We all try our best to support each other. Like we go to all of the women's basketball games and all of that. On top of that, on campus, we have a student run program that they create and plan student activities for us. Like for example, a couple weeks ago they did like a creative Lego building contest and one of our teammates actually won it. So that's fun. For Valentine's Day, they do like holiday themed stuff. They did like a boo basket where you can like create your own basket all for free. Um and then on top of that, because we live in Miami, such a great location, we have easy access to all these beaches that my team definitely takes advantage of when we do have the free time.
Who won that Lego contest? I mean, you got everybody waiting in suspense. Who won it?
Was it Cam?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Cam.
Camille
Camille.
Long.
Nice. Well, Coach, let's get to know the team heading into the season. Who are some returners that come back that have taken some stride forwards this offseason for you?
Well, I've three inaugural wonderful young ladies left. We've got Amber Wallace, who started our first year. We've got she's a defender. We've got Greta Woods, who's also another defender who is here as an inaugural season, starting out. Oh, I take that back. We have four because we have Isis Robinson, who joined us. She started in basketball and now she's a dual sport. So she does women's basketball and lacrosse. So she picked up the sport beautifully, and everything. So she started with us our first year. And then we also have Jenna, yes, Jenna Leach, who's a midi for us. And so she was an inaugural player as well. We have a bunch of sophomores that returned also, and everything. So it's nice to have, see the growth of them into what we're turning into and becoming, because we've changed a lot from year one to year three.
Awesome. And how about some
Oh, the
newcomers?
newbies. Let's see. We've got a great freshman class also. We've got Caitlin Scambalone from New York. We've been able to kind of branch outside of Florida and the adjoining states to us. So Caitlin from New York. We've got Paige Beardsley from Virginia, who is here with us as well. She's another midfielder. And then homegrown Floridian Alexis Carley too, who will flip back and forth from midfield and defense for us.
Love it. Paige, talk to us about when you got on campus last year and then you start playing games. Talk to us about what your expectations were. How was it a little bit different? Was playing college lacrosse your freshman year a little bit different? And just talk to us about that experience.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, immediately when I got here, the intensity was increased by 10 times. But I quickly adapted to it and did what I needed to do to prove myself to my teammates and to my coaches. And I really couldn't have done that if it weren't for my coaches and my teammates.
Paige, as you head into your second year, how has your preparation been different getting ready for year two as a player, yes, but now also in a leadership role for St. Thomas?
Yeah, so I mean, for starters, because this is my second year, I'm able to take previous mistakes and learning opportunities, and I can totally take advantage of that and learn how to overcome what I wasn't able to overcome last year physically and mentally. And then on top of that, with the leadership role, I kind of take advantage of still being sort of new here, and I kind of pass that information along, like what's helped me to the transfers or even our new freshmen, just to kind of give them my own bit of advice, especially being like I said, still kind of new to here as well.
Love it. Coach, talk to us about what some of the challenges have been in building this program in one of the toughest conferences in all of college across it in the Sun conferences, and just what it's like competing week in and week out in Sun Conference.
Well, where I luck out is I luck out in that we're in South Florida. We're where everybody wants to be. So my location is really great. I mean, really, I start with, do you want endless summer? Because that's basically what we have. Like last week was winter and it got into maybe the 50s.
Yeah.
And so we're already back into the 70s and 80s. They're already back at the pool and the beach and ready to just kind of hang out when they're not on the field or in the classroom. So that's like that's my biggest, not my biggest benefit, but it's one of my benefits. And you're asking about challenges, and really it's just what you said. We're the toughest conference in the whole NAIA. 6 out of the 8 of us are ranked top 15, including us. So it's just making sure that, we kind of keep the pace and we keep pushing ourselves, and when there's a little bit of self-doubt, we keep pushing through that and making sure that everybody understands what I as a coach see in them and that they're here for a reason and we brought this group of people here specifically because we know that they can handle what we expect and what we want to put them through too.
Yeah, I really think you've started to build a good culture there with some good talent, like I say, this early on. And hey,
Thank you.
you get to you get to pull out the Miami Gardens card. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that kind of makes life, I don't want to say a little easier, but it helps a little bit.
yeah.
But then also being able to just, send recruits to my players and say, ask them anything. Like, we're an open book. I stay very transparent. They understand and they know that, like, whatever questions people ask, like, we are who we are and we are what we are. And that's, I think, part of how we've been able to build what we have so quickly because we've been so transparent. And it's like, we have a good time and we have a lot of fun, but at the same time, we work hard and we've got expectations that we want people to live up to.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I got one last question for both of you. I'll ask it to you first, Coach Simpson. Whether it's a quick drive up, just heading to West Palm Beach, take on the Seahawks, or heading all the way up to Georgia to play Life or SCAD, we got to make a stop, right? We got to make a little gas station stop or something to pick up the pregame snack or mid-game snack or drink or whatever. Coach Simpson, is there anything we've got to have, or what are we usually rocking with before one of these big Sun Conference games?
Well, you can ask anybody. I'm rolling with a fountain Diet Coke, 100%. Usually something sour or fruity, and probably a little bit of beef jerky.
Love it. Is there with the sour kind of candy side? Is there a top one for you, or is it just depending on the day?
Oh
Maybe
man,
watermelons, maybe go gummy worms.
I'm really I'm a Sour Patch Kid girl.
Love it.
Yeah, I really like a Sour Patch Kid.
Not
Love
Arid Extremes.
Mm.
No, no, I'd rather Sour Patch Kid over Airhead Screams.
OG. That's that is the OG area.
That's the age. That's the age difference here.
I think I'm like right in between. I love both of them a bunch.
Probably.
Paige, what about you? What do we got to get?
I don't know. I'm a cherry Coke girl. She's Diet Coke. I'm cherry Coke. I
I'm
have
with
to
you
have
on that
cherry Coke.
100%. I'm with you on cherry Coke. Love that. I'm a Dr. Pepper guy first, but cherry Coke is right up there.
Yeah, I could handle a Dr. Pepper if I had to.
What about snacking wise, Paige?
Definitely the white cheddar Cheeto Puffs
Mm.
for sure. I need something like salty.
That's a good pull. That's a good choice. Cherry Coke and some white cheddar pop. Love it.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Coach Paige, I'm excited to see this program continue to build down South Florida. And as I wrap up my first Sun Conference Women's Lacrosse Media Day, I think we've got a wonderful group of coaches and a good
We do.
mix of players, young and old players that have been a part of building legacies and yeah, well, senior players.
You got to be careful with that one.
Sorry, thanks for senior players
There
who
you
have been
go.
to national tournaments, and I'm excited to see the sport grow, especially in our wonderful conference. And just thank you, all the coaches for the opportunity to talk to y'all today. And yeah, let's have a great season.
Thanks so much, Reagan. We're looking forward to it too.
Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. You have a good one.
You too.